Alright guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to take this new bright Walmart toy and take the body off and put it on a trx4. Alright, so I've got the body already cut off. There is two great big pieces here that stick up quite a ways, probably 2 inches. You'll have to cut those off. And then there is a section in the back. You'll have to cut that off and then take a Dremel, cut that out. Basically, I just took a pair of snips and cut the mounts right through where the screws came in. Snipped them off, and then I went with my Dremel, cut those off so they're not in the way. Cut the back out so it's not in the way. Here's the back. Just cut it out. There's where the mount screws went. I'm going to 3D print something to go back there to hide the opening. But your setup might be a little different. Here's mine. I took my battery tray out, took some other stuff off. I've got my hobby wing on a little metal bracket there screwed to the transmission, so it's down low. I've got a 3D printed front battery tray, so it's tucked up out of the way. And I had to take my Dremel and clean this part here to clear the side where the motor attaches. And then I had to clean this here for my lock-in lockouts. I took my front mounts off. I had this body on it, so I left my back mounts, took my front mounts off. Let's see if there, which they were pretty low anyways. But then I couldn't figure out how to mount this because I didn't want body pins through the hood. For a Walmart toy, it's pretty clean looking, but I had to figure out how to mount it. So if you can see there, I've got 3 Allen head bolts going through the bumper, and then I've got 2 Allen head bolts going through the bumper in the back. So I've got a 3D printed rear brace. I trimmed the outer bolt hole of the frame off, so I'm stuck with just one now. But this is a low profile. It still has the holes in case you want to slide a bumper in it. And then I flipped the front mount. It's in its stock positions, just flipped over. And what I do is I'll slide those 3 bolt holes into the 2 outer holes and then the center hole. And I'll slide it in like so, and then when it gets to the back, I'll pop it in, and I'll show you guys that here in just a second. Alright, let's see if I can show you guys how to mount this up. 3 bolts, line them up, slides right in. Turn it around. Got the 2 holes, the 2 bolts, slides right in. Done. Now, I didn't want to change my wheelbase because I still have other bodies that I use on this chassis. And if you'll notice, the front tire sits just a little forward on this. And when it would get into a twist or bind, it was hitting. You can see where I marked it and cut it with a Dremel. So you might have to do that. I think some of the 4-door models actually fit maybe a little bit better. I can't remember. But you can see I need to print something in here to cover this. But it's held on pretty good. Just those bolts. All they do is just slide through, and that's it. But no body pins, just bolts. So it's doable if you guys, you know, have a means of doing it. It did come with lights, but they're not the greatest. One's a different color, not quite different, but they're not the same. So I'm going to put different lights in it. It also came with tail lights, but I'm going to wire it for lights. Put some extra stuff on it. But yeah, it's pretty easy to do if you got a Dremel and time. Again, here's my layout. Nothing fancy. This was originally a trx4 Blazer. If that helps any with your wheelbase questions. But yeah, fits good. I'll get some running video. You'll notice in some of the video, whenever I get in extreme, conditions, it does still want to rub and catch, but I think I can live with that. I think it'll be all right. So yeah, I'll get some running video up for you guys, and hope you enjoy it.